What's up? My name is Reviled. You can call me Reviled 44. I'm mainly an older player. I started around 2018.
Yeah, I got the recording started. I don't do intros for the most part. I just let it rock.
Nowadays I'm mainly just a casual player. Play who you want. We're here to have fun after all. Well, I guess I may as well introduce myself to anyone watching this video, and to anyone, also to you as well. What's up? My name is Reviled. You can call me Reviled 44. I'm mainly an older player. I started around 2018, that kind of stuff. And when I played a lot back then, during like 2020 and 2021, I peaked as the #1 Yumiko before more famous players like a Blaze Guy, Flower.
Yeah.
Other top Yumikos, as you know, they came up in the scene. But back then, I peaked for a very short time as the highest ranked Yumiko in the world. Unfortunately, I stopped competing around 2022 because of my servers, and I just didn't see myself competing at pro level eventually. But I still like to play the game casually from time to time, so thank you for inviting me to be on the video. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Like it's a pleasure to have you here, because like you could have really turned it down. You know deal with something else, right? But it's cool to see community coming out here, coming on the channel, doing your thing. I do want to dive into that though. Like, what made you really like start the game? Was it like just because it was brand new? Was it like yeah?
I initially started on Xbox. I think it was as simple a case as how most people start Brawlhalla. Just someone invited me. It was like, check out this free game. I bet I could beat you in this game. And my drive to get better was simply as superficial as most. I just wanted to be the best player in my friend group. And to this day, I think that's still what motivates me. I just surround myself with different friends who happen to be at really high skill levels. But I really chilled out with that for now. And there's only so far you can get before it becomes pro level. And I think, especially in higher ranks, the difference between the difference of 100 ELO is a huge skill gap. For example, the difference between like a 26 and a 2700 is way bigger than like a 12 and a 1300.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think like what made you stop was because of like West servers like not having as many players, or was it just like?
Yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of competing with the lag. Competing at a higher level like that, especially when it starts to get close to semi-pro level, is not something... I don't know, it takes a lot of work, and the amount of reward you get, from tourneys, if you were to succeed, it's just not worth it, I think.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I see a lot of pros nowadays like kind of backing out of the scene just because like they're lowering the what they call the prize pools. And I do feel like if they like, I don't know how they could do it to make it so it wasn't as low as it is now, or as bad as it is. But I don't know. Do you have like any suggestions of what they could do, like to bring people into the pro scene more?
Yeah, I do. #1. I mean, my biggest suggestion was always just to add West tournaments. I think more representation to everyone would always be a good idea. I think that kind of stuff is really... Specific regions that aren't, EU, Brazil and NA are really underrepresented at times. And I think more of that would always be good. Oh wow, that straight fucked me up.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, they are playing really weird.
He's at ELO right now, but West community is so small that you kind of recognize who specific people are.
Jeez. Do you think that's like a good thing or a bad thing?
No, that's a bad thing.
Yes! Counter!
There's only so much.
I see this guy is literally just going for sig back to back to back.
Oh, for real? No, this guy, he's low-key known for being toxic. It's all good. It's all good.
Do you think West and East should be like a combined server?
I think a central server would actually be a really good idea for Brawl. Yeah.
Like, do you think it could be implemented well? Because Brawlhalla be messing some stuff up sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. I think it'll take some experimenting to get used to.
Yeah.
But I think they could make it work. I don't know. I think like if you want like actual ideas on how the pro scene could be better, I honestly think BMG should just try more stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're really invested in Brawl, you know?
Yeah, I do love the game. I just wish it was more... It was more known, because like right now, I feel like there's a stigma of, oh, it's just a free Super Smash Bros.
But now that I'm not as focused on the game and going back to that original topic of what do you think Brawl can try to get people more active, is I really wish they would listen to points. And I appreciate them trying new things,
Yeah.
but I've noticed that a lot of new changes, sometimes they don't work out. For example, the removal of text chat. I don't think you were there for that time, but
No.
before around 2021, 2022, you would be able to communicate after the game directly through text chat instead of having to invite someone to a lobby to let them know what you think. And I think that actually made for some really cool human interaction, being able to just interact with your opponent, you know, after the game. And it made for some really funny moments, some really funny interaction. And I think just directly removing without asking any players what they would think about said change was actually not that good of an idea. And that's something I noticed that BMG does a lot. They just rush forward with making decisions without actually asking the community what they think about it. And they implement these changes that nobody really asks for.
Yeah.
But they don't actually implement the changes that gets frequently asked for a lot.
Yeah, I do see that a lot of the time. I think the most change was definitely when Multiverses came out. Like,
Yeah.
do you think if Multiverses or another game like Multiverses came out, you think they would change their ways a little bit, or do you think they would?
Absolutely. I think BMG is, you know, backed by. One sec. I think at the end of the day, BMG just wants to make money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about?
Oh, it is like, oh my, bro. What do you think about the meta right now, though? Like, you know,
It's trash.
I think it's been the same for a while.
I think.
Oh, I got it.
You
I'm
think
not
they
gonna
could-
lie. Yeah, I
they
think
should
it's.
change some things. Yeah, like look at this. What?
Nice
am I
now.
gonna deal with?
When you say meta, you talking about the meta humans and the Flash?
Okay, this guy.
The meta humans, the dudes with the abilities, bro. That's the type of metas y'all talking about, right?
Yo, bro.
Y'all talking about the metas in Brawl, right?
Yes, bro.
Oh, I don't know about them metas. I don't play Brawl.
You what?
Never mind, bro.
I make your videos great. I'm like Trump. Make America great again.
tight shit. Oh, I have a very good question for right now. What we are fighting. Do you think Terrace needs a nerf, or you think nerf again won't do anything?
Well, I think there are other characters that are more in need of a nerf, but I mean, I wouldn't mind the Terrace nerf. I don't think he's the most busted though.
Oh yeah. Who you think is the most busted actually?
Priya.
The best.
Priya.
Priya? Yeah. Just
I'm
because
about
of the new
bust.
weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that new weapon is ridiculous. I'm dead.
No, I can't get down there because
Wait, I misinputted.
defense block. I hate this. Oh, this is terrible. No, please.
I SDI, like my fault.
No, you're straight. I definitely didn't think we would run into.
Is there anything you'd change about Brawl if you had like the choice? Because most of the people I talk to have been playing since a long time ago, but I want to. What are your thoughts on Brawl? Like the current state of it at the moment?
I definitely think the game, the current state. One, I think Cannon needs a buff. I don't care what nobody really says, because I've seen they keep nerfing it because of 2s, but in 1s is basically almost useless. Like, I mean, I'm still using it, right? And I think it's a great weapon, but I think it still needs a buff, right? That's like the main first thing. And second thing is, bro, I think if Brawlhalla listened to the community, or did like half of the stuff the community said, like you said, it would be a better game. I definitely want to see... Not gonna lie, like 3v3 mode, I want to see that. I also want to see characters like implemented by the community, so like the community can vote for like what character they want to see next, like Scythe and Scythe and something like Scythe and Cannon or something like that. You know.
Yo, Biggie,
Orb.
I want you to know, Biggie. If there was 3v3 mode, bro, me, you, and Zane, bro, we'd all be Valhalla. I'm just
No,
saying.
we wouldn't. I'm
just saying, boys. Cause you know, y'all carrying weapons, I'ma carrying bombs.
Oh shit, those
We're
nice.
turning off
So-
items, bro. If that happens, I'm turning off items, I promise. Nerfing, in my opinion, I think is kind of pointless. I think we should just buff stuff, bro. Like, I feel like if
Yeah?
some stuff got some buffs, I feel like it'll bounce out the game heavily. Because, as you can clearly see, some characters shine heavily over others to a point of, like, no return. So I feel like if some of the characters that were struggling got a buff, I think it would help out a lot of people. And then people wouldn't have these, like, dead zone characters that have basically no players. And, like,
You speak Spanish?
you speak Spanish.
That is a crazy
You
question.
speak Espanol? Do you or not?
He's asking you, Red. I don't know why he's asking
Oh,
you.
do I speak Spanish? Yeah, I speak a little bit.
I can hear the taco in his voice. Yo,
What?
yo.
That's crazy because I'm Asian.
What's your favorite legend? But we already know who that is. So we don't
Yeah.
even... Yeah. But why is Yumiko your favorite legend? That's a Yumiko.
Oh, I thought he was gonna go
I've just
Isaiah.
been playing her since 20. I've just been playing her since 2018. Like straight up. I don't know. I never gave up on her.
Yeah, like
Yumiko?
yeah,
Yeah.
the
She
fox
bad
girl.
thick. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh,
I ain't gonna hold it to
wow.
you.
You got one more time, bro. Anyway, so you said Yumiko became
shit.
your favorite because just you just liked her ever since you like played her at the beginning.
Yeah, I got to Diamond. I'm not the type of person, like, even outside of Brawl, I'm not the type of person who switches mains.
Yeah,
So,
which makes sense.
I used to be an Orion main, back in 2018, but I don't know, there's certain people in the Brawl community that just never get off on Legend. I'm sure you've heard about them,
Yeah,
like Adam Cool,
yeah. for
you
sure.
know, other people like that. Just stuck to one Legend ever since they started playing.
Now we'll
Catch
say everybody on Xbox does indeed play Orion.
You said.
Oh,
Oh, you saved me.
yeah, he did. That's great. No, leave me alone. I didn't do nothing to you. My bad. That's the only thing about Raptor. His SIGs literally make him. I feel like Raptor needs definitely a damage buff, but lower the force on the SIGs. And I feel like that would make him a lot better.
Could have swore I'd shot chat. I'm gonna be honest. One drawback of just playing one character is I'm not too aware about the meta. Unless it's like a Yumiko nerf. I think that's one thing that's held me back. I don't have much experience with other characters. Let's
And
see.
do you feel like characters should get nerfed and buffed regularly, or should it just be we'll let the community choose what happens or what? You know?
No, I don't actually think it's a good idea for characters to get buffed so regularly. I think it's a good idea for people to get used to the balance patch
Yeah,
first and make decisions.
should
My
be
bad for
straight.
recovering you.
yeah. Good cover.
I got this.
Ooh, shit.
I got
Ooh.
you. Oh man. That's another quiz. Oh, who's your favorite pro?
Shit, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of pro gameplay,
Yeah.
but if I had to answer, shit, probably like some old pro. Let me think. As I'm new, I guess Boomy. Boomy's a cool pro.
Yeah. Didn't he retire? I heard something about him retiring. I don't know though.
Yeah, he did retire, but while he played, I really liked his gameplay.
Who did you play?
I also liked his commentary. I like how he didn't hold back about what he actually thought about the players. I don't know if you've ever seen his ranked videos,
Nah.
but he's actually pretty hilarious. I don't know if you've seen his set versus Lopez.
Yeah.
Some really funny stuff.
I never heard somebody say hilarious. I've heard them say funny, but never.
Bro, you know, just...
My fault. You know, I guess I have to have the vocabulary of
You
a
are
5-year-old.
21, so I understand. You know, it's that old.
Yeah,
humor.
I was born in the greatest
It's
generation.
that unk humor. I get it. You were born in like
Unk
the Great
humor?
Depression,
Bro,
right?
Yeah,
Light,
on humor and the
Light,
person
you
commenting will be like
realize?
16, bro.
Light, you
Like-
realize you're in the same generation as bro. Hey man, I do what I can, you feel me? It is what it is. I think that's a cool spot to end the video right there.
Yeah.
You can hit me up anytime, bro. Like, if you trying to do a part 2, trying to do any, like, literally anything, we can just chill. If you want to chill, you can do that. I mean, you
Yeah,
welcome to my
I'll-
server, of course.
I appreciate it. I'll send you a friend request.
Yeah.